A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant escalation of hostilities, Israel conducted an airstrike on militants in northern Gaza on March 9, 2025, threatening the already fragile ceasefire as fresh negotiations are set to take place in Doha. The airstrike occurred just before crucial talks aimed at addressing the future of the ceasefire with Hamas, which had been brokered by the United States, Qatar, and Egypt. This latest strike is part of a series of daily attacks reported by Israel since Thursday, despite both parties showing restraint and returning to full-scale conflict. The airstrike targeted Hamas militants who were allegedly attempting to plant an explosive device near Israeli Defense Forces (IDF) troops. While the immediate impact of the strike remains unclear, it raises concerns about the stability of the ongoing negotiations. The ceasefire, which began in mid-January, was designed to halt more than 15 months of intense fighting in Gaza, following Hamas's attack on October 7, 2023. This ceasefire's first phase led to the release of 25 Israeli hostages and the bodies of 8 others in exchange for nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners held in Israel. However, since the conclusion of this initial phase, tensions have resurfaced as Hamas has called for the immediate commencement of negotiations for the second phase of the ceasefire. Hamas's demands for the second phase include a complete withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza, a permanent ceasefire, and the reopening of border crossings to facilitate humanitarian aid. The group has emphasized the necessity of resuming aid deliveries to the besieged territory without restrictions. Hamas spokesman Hazem Qasem reiterated the need for compliance with the agreed terms of the ceasefire and urged mediators to ensure that Israel adheres to the agreement. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office has indicated that Israel prefers to extend the current phase of the ceasefire until mid-April, citing the need for the release of half of the remaining hostages. In a troubling development, Israel has also cut off electricity supplies to Gaza, further exacerbating the humanitarian crisis in the region. The territory, already devastated by the ongoing war, relies heavily on generators and solar panels for power, and the impact of this electricity cut remains to be seen. As talks in Doha approach, Netanyahu's office announced that a delegation would be sent to engage in discussions regarding the future of the ceasefire. Meanwhile, Hamas representatives met with mediators in Cairo, stressing the urgency of resuming humanitarian aid and the need for direct negotiations to commence the second phase of the ceasefire agreement. The situation remains critical, with the humanitarian crisis in Gaza deepening. The United Nations has accused the Israeli government of weaponizing starvation by restricting aid flow to the territory. Gaza's health ministry has reported that only 10% of the required medical supplies have been permitted entry, leading to a dire situation for patients in need of urgent care. As the international community watches closely, the outcome of the negotiations in Doha could determine the future of peace in the region. With both sides entrenched in their positions, the path to a lasting resolution remains fraught with challenges. The stakes are high as the humanitarian situation deteriorates, and the potential for renewed violence looms large. The coming days will be crucial in shaping the trajectory of this ongoing conflict and the lives of millions affected by it. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.